go. We've long heard talk about Bigfoot and Yetis and all those kinds of things in our Florida swamps. Well, joining us right now is Scott Marlowe, who is a cryptozoologist with the Pangea Institute, and he is an expert on mystery monsters of Florida. I have never heard of a cryptozoologist. It sounds like somebody who solves zoology puzzles.
Well, in a way we do. Crypto comes from the Greek meaning hidden, and zoology has to do with animals, so we literally study hidden animals.
And what kind of hidden animals do we have in the swamps of Florida? We've long heard about Bigfoot and Yetis and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are they really down there?
Well, we have the southern Sasquatch, which is the swamp ape, and
What
then
is
we've
that? I
got,
don't even know what that is.
well,
Swamp ape?
it's a big, hairy, bipedal hominin that apparently runs around our swamps here and is frequently reported.
Well, I take it back. I think I dated that guy. Right.
And then we
She's
have,
dated
of
a
course,
few
the
bipedal hominins, believe me.
Yeah. Right.
well, I've heard people described that way, and if you hang around me on this hot summer month when I'm out in the swamps, I kind of smell like stinky myself.
Sure.
But in any event, we have our chupacabra here, and then we have, of course, being a peninsular state, we have all kinds of sea monsters all over Florida, from the megalodon to something that is apparently akin to the Nessie creature up in the Panhandle area.
Oh,
Wait, go back to the chupacabra?
Chupacabra,
That sounds
that's
like
a-
something
A
from
Latin,
Star Wars.
it's almost like a creature of mythology, right?
Well, it's actually more of a Hispanic origin, but it, depending upon who's actually seen it, could look anything from a gargoyle to a coyote. And the ones we have here in Florida appear to be some sort of hybrid canid.
But
or
are you
hybrid
talking
dog.
about things that really exist?
Sometimes they do.
Okay.
I did a Monster Quest episode for History Channel some time ago on a lake monster that ostensibly resided in Lake Worth down by Palm Beach, which I correctly identified as being a seal. That,
A seal?
Yeah, wayward seal from way up north that was traveling with our manatees.
Wow, that's
So,
incredible.
sometimes we
How'd he get down
uncover
here?
mysteries. He just swum the Gulf Stream.
Man, that's amazing, because you tend to think of them more, first of all, colder weather, and secondly, that's a hell of a long way to swim.
Well, but what is
Well-
going on when it comes to evolution? Are we seeing a change in some of the species?
Well, you're seeing global warming is a bad word. It's really global climate change. But there are increases in temperature going on. Now, at one time, they were hunted like whales, but we had a species of seal down here called the Caribbean monk seal. And they were hunted for their oil, et cetera, and hunted to extinction, which they were declared to be extinct about, I guess it was about 20 years ago, maybe not quite that long. And nobody had seen them for 50 years. So there is a void now where there was a species here. So now with the ocean temperatures changing, the northern seals are adapting, and they're coming down here and trying to take the place of the ones that moved out or moved out.
Now, have you ever seen any of these things like the Yeti or the Sasquatch or the Bigfoot?
I had a
or
geology
any of
professor
those?
who claimed to see.
I mean, it's
Well,
like
Sasquatch or
UFOs to
hunted
me.
it.
We hear coast to coast overnight all the time, and you hear people talking about being taken up into the UFOs and things like that. I sort of think the same thing about the Yetis.
Well,
Yetis.
Yeti.
George does have a few interesting people on coast to coast. I've been on there a couple times myself. But in any event, yeah, I have seen the swamp ape 3 times. Once here out in suburban Orlando back in the 70s, and then twice again in the big thicket in Texas, and which is very much like our green swamp and the swamplands here. And then I've also seen a black Florida panther, which according to the experts doesn't exist, but I can tell you for a fact that they do. Saw it once outside the, leaving the entrance to Oscar Shearer Park down there by Sarasota, and again with my son driving behind me in our RV back on an expedition looking for them up in Carabel. We were on 471 in the Green Swamp coming back, and one ran right in front of my vehicle.
Wow.
And I almost clipped it, and it was hilarious because my son had never seen a cryptid before.
Never happens to me at all. I don't know why I never catch those, but you can learn more with the
They're there.
Mystery Monsters Camps, which will be happening on June 10th, Plant City campus, June 24th at the Riverview campus, August 12th at the Riverview campus. Am I getting all of these right? And this is HCC, right?
Yeah, Hillsborough Community College, the corporate education department, and we're doing Mystery Monsters of Florida. I'm teaching.
Is there a website where people can get more information?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't remember the address because it was rather long. But if you go to just do a search for HCC summer camps on Google, I know that'll come up.
Sounds good. Scott Marlowe, cryptozoologist with the Pangea Institute. Thanks for joining us on AM Tampa
Thanks
Bay.
so much.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.